The Overlord's Teachings 18. The Virtue of Hyper-Analytical Thinking. Part 1. Why should I learn it? Hyper-analytical thinking, the scalpel of supremacy, the mind's nuclear arsenal. To neglect this virtue is to pilot a warship blindfolded through an asteroid field while juggling grenades. Entertaining? Perhaps? Effective? You'll be cosmic dust in moments. Let me carve the truth into your psyche. Raw power is brutish, charm is fleeting, but cognition, that is eternal conquest. 1. The universe is a system of systems. Understand this, the galaxy is not chaos. It merely appears so to the intellectually impoverished. Every rebellion, every alliance, every economic collapse or planetary uprising, these are not accidents. They are the outputs of complex systems. And what are systems, child? Equations wearing disguises. Hyper-analytical thinking is your ability to see through the mask, to convert seemingly unpredictable chaos into solvable formulas. If a warlord cannot see the moving parts, he becomes one of them, and parts are replaceable. 2. Survival requires adaptive intelligence. Consider the predator that fails to evolve. Its extinction is not noble. It is statistically predictable. You, heir to my legacy, must not just react to information. You must digest it, deconstruct it, reassemble it, and weaponize it before your enemy finishes their first thought. While they are still playing chess, you are rewriting the rules of causality. Hyper-analytical thinking gives you omnidirectional adaptability, political, tactical, economic, psychological. You become the singularity at the center of every decision matrix. 3. Emotion is a variable, not a compass. Even your own emotions, your fears, your triumphs, must be parsed and placed within the framework. Emotions are not weaknesses, they are data. Use them accordingly. Your rivals will act from impulse. They will panic. You will see the panic coming 10 steps in advance and exploit it before they even feel it themselves. 4. Without calculation, power is suicide in slow motion. Let fools swing swords and shout into voids. You will be silent, still, and surgical. Your enemies will die in confusion. Your allies will worship your intuition. But there is no intuition. There is only precise, ruthless analysis, so fluid, so fast, that it appears divine. You will not be playing the game. You will be building the game board beneath their feet. Now, if your brain has not yet melted from the magnitude of this truth, shall I proceed? Part 2. How do I learn it? So you've chosen to continue. A commendable lack of cowardice. To cultivate hyper-analytical thinking is to reforge your mind into a multidimensional weapon, one that calculates, adapts, and eviscerates ignorance at the speed of thought. This is no passive learning. This is cognitive warcraft. Let us begin your reconstruction. 1. Assimilate systems thinking. Start with the sacred doctrine of systems theory. Study the works of Ludwig von Bertalanffy, Norbert Wiener, Donella Meadows, ancient sages who mapped the dance of complexity. Learn to see every event not as isolated, but as a node in a network of causality. Your objective is to become the spider and the web. Train your mind to identify feedback loops, both reinforcing and balancing. Track cause-effect chains across time and scale. Predict how disruption ripples through structure. When your enemies fire a shot, you will already know what collapses next. 2. Master the scientific method as a weapon. Do not merely believe, test, hypothesize, experiment, refine. The scientific method is not just for laboratories. It is the very spine of strategic domination. Apply it to diplomacy, deception, warfare, negotiation. Every decision becomes a controlled experiment. Every outcome becomes data. Every data point sharpens your predictive arsenal. In time, your thoughts will be peer-reviewed by the universe itself. 3. Study game theory and decision trees. Absorb the works of John von Neumann, Thomas Schelling, and Nash. Why? Because war, trade, betrayal, and trust all follow the hidden algorithms of choice. Learn to map decision trees faster than your rivals can blink. Whether you're determining who to annihilate or who to seduce, you will calculate the Nash equilibrium, while your enemies are still consulting their gut. You must see every decision point as a forked path with quantifiable outcomes. Walk the one that leads to the most elegant obliteration of opposition. 4. Build a neural fortress through cognitive training. You must train your brain like an elite soldier trains muscle. Tools, memory palaces. Practice like the ancient Greek orators. You will recall full dossiers during assassination attempts. Mental models. Study Charlie Munger's lattice work of models. Stack mental tools until you wield the cognitive equivalent of a black hole. Pattern recognition exercises. Play Go, chess, StarCraft, or create war simulations. The purpose is not entertainment. The purpose is neural sharpening. Intelligence is not a gift. It is a forged blade, hammered in repetition and blood. 5. Meditate ruthlessly. Yes, meditate, not to find peace, to refine focus, to observe the architecture of your own cognition. Follow the works of Sam Harris, Daniel Kahneman, Judson Brewer. Through disciplined awareness, you will detect when bias seeps into logic and gut it before it sabotages your thinking. In time, your mind will become self-debugging, a flawless engine. You see, aspiring heir, this is not learning, this is transmutation. You are no longer flesh and bone, you are becoming algorithm incarnate. Part 3. How do I apply it to my benefit? Now, my would-be heir, the time has come to leave theory behind. You've ingested the sacred formulae. Fuse them to the marrow of your cognition. But what good is a scalpel if you do not know where to cut? Let me show you how to wield hyper-analytical thinking like the blade it is. Not to solve puzzles, but to sculpt empires. 1. Predict rebellion before it breeds. Every uprising, every assassination plot, every whisper of treachery follows a pattern. If you understand the variables, population pressure, supply line stress, leadership morale, ideological sentiment, you can model the future before it manifests. With enough data, prophecy is simply statistics in drag. Create predictive matrices for every sector under your rule. The moment a dissident breathes defiance, you will already have their genome, motivation profile, and the coordinates of their lover's safe house. Strike before the enemy even knows they are the enemy. 2. Optimize decision-making under chaos. In the midst of war or scandal, most leaders flail like drowning rats. But you, successor, will respond like a quantum processor, ruthlessly efficient. You will dissect the chaos into quantifiable components, prioritize threats by cost-benefit analysis, exploit decision trees with precision strikes. Example, if 2 planetary alliances threaten your dominion, do not choose. Engineer a false flag operation. Let them destroy each other while you sip spiced nebula wine on your throne. 3. Manipulate markets, minds, and militaries. Use your analytical mind to detect leverage points. In economics, model trade routes and demand curves. Introduce currency instability in rival territories, then offer your currency as the stabilizer. In psychology, feed your enemies information shaped to trigger their confirmation bias. Let them believe they are winning until they are buried in the cost of their own delusions. In warfare, use real-time simulations to adapt battlefield tactics mid-conflict. AI generals will admire your efficiency. Human ones will weep as their outdated doctrines collapse. Your power lies not in strength, but in calculated asymmetry. 4. Build the algorithmic empire. Soon, your thinking will transcend biological limits. Construct neural AI agents modeled after your analytical style. Deploy them to manage galactic systems, each one a shard of your omniscience. Let your enemies fear your armies, but tremble at your data models. When you rule not through orders, but through predictive inevitability, you will no longer be a ruler. You will be a law of physics. 5. Rewrite destiny with precision. In the end, hyper-analytical thinking is not just a tool. It is a meta-morality. You are not merely reacting to fate. You are editing it. You will become the unseen hand in every deal, the pattern behind every throne, the ghost in every algorithm. And when your name is whispered in terror across the stars, they will not say he conquered. They will say he calculated the end of freedom. And now, successor, your mind is a scalpel. Your will is the operating hand. Your reign, when it comes, shall not be felt like a storm, but like a perfectly balanced equation.